gamers? Today on Dice and Dragons, we are going to be taking a look at a review copy of a game that we got, GFY. Go bleep yourself. So, there's definitely some mature content in this game. This game is for 18 and above. I know I'm stealing a little bit of Julie's thunder, but
go right ahead.
Want to get it right out of the way before we go over it. And the game is designed and published by Philadelphia Robot Factory. Now I'll toss it over to Julie, who'll tell you a little bit more about the game itself.
It's 2 to 6 player, takes anywhere from 15 to 25 minutes, probably a little bit longer as well.
Yeah, I played a longer game. I know we played together, and I played a longer game with about 4 people. I think it actually got closer to about 35, 40 minutes. Now, the goal of the game, like many card games, is to discard your whole hand. And what we're going to do for this video, we're going to show you guys how to play just quickly. It'll probably be like 1 or 2 turns that Julie and I are going to do. It will not have any of the mature themed cards. I will be stacking the deck, but I just wanted to let you guys know that's the plan. And with that being said, we're going to get it to the table, and then we will review the game. So we are grabbing our drinks, and I'm wearing an appropriate shirt. This is definitely a university level game, and grabbing our buddies. And taking it to the table, and I'm gonna win.
Probably.
Why's that?
Just you.
Not even putting up a fight this time?
Maybe, we'll see.
Oh.
You didn't tell them that you're blowing it up. It's not this big.
No, it is not this big. It is a smaller box, which you guys will see in the how to play. Keep it right here. Now we're quickly going to show you guys how to play GFY. Now you may notice I've got the instruction card covering the deck. The back of the deck is not appropriate for an all ages show. Neither is the entire deck of cards, which is why I've stacked the deck like I said. And I'm only going to show you guys about 2 or 3 rounds. Now the one card I do want to discuss is the Schadenfreude. Now it does have a counterpart in the deck, another card that's not written quite the same way, can't really show it. It is one of the only 2 cards that will let you essentially stop somebody from winning the game. Now, I'm just gonna slide the deck off screen. We are going to put the instructions back, just in case anyone wants to try to read them from the video, but I think it'll be a little difficult. And we're gonna be keeping our hands down so that we don't show the back of the cards. And let's take out the first card, which is from the discard pile. And Julie will go first. You always start by drawing a card and then discarding a card and performing the actions on the card.
So discard 3 cards.
All right, it's now my turn where I will draw a card and play one. So I want to get rid of some cards. I will pass 3 cards to the opponent. And you always must be able to complete what's on the card or you cannot play it. So for example, if I had only 2 cards in my hand, I could not play the Sad Puppy commercial. And we will pass these 3 over. And we'll each play 1 more card, and that should be give you guys a good idea how to play. And we're going to continue until one of us has no cards left in their hand, and no one can stop us from winning. Okay. All right, I will draw a card. And we'll end with the simple one. I really don't like these cards. They seem to be some of the weakest, but you do need to get rid of them. You just hand that card to another player and it ends your turn. And we'll put our cards down. You guys can see a little bit of them. That's how you play GFY. We're going to leave you right here and we're going to go into our review of the game. So GFY, what did you think of the game?
So one of the things, I think I'll preface by saying I think this could be a lot more fun than just when the 2 of us played if we were in a party environment where, not that we condone having a lot to drink, but if you've had a few, and you're in that party atmosphere and people are laughing and having fun that way. It reminded me of a game I would have played in college with friends. I think when we played it, maybe a little bit out of context, we're playing it, at a picnic table, just the 2 of us. So for me, for that, it wasn't the right setting. So I didn't love the game. I also got frustrated by some of the mechanics, especially in the 2-player version. So you can talk about the 4-player version in your, but we did discuss the fact that when you skip a player and then it's your turn again and you have to pick up, it kind of defeats the purpose and it's really annoying.
Yeah, no, so I did play it with a bunch of buddies. We weren't loose. We were playing it before we played a game of Dungeons and Dragons. And what I will say is that, well, some of them did enjoy it and they saw what the game was going for. These are more of a group of experienced gamers, and there's other things that they would have preferred to this game. Now, if you're looking at more of a fun, naughty party setting, I think the game definitely has a place. We had fun, and I would say that the game actually worked the way it was supposed to. We had some rivalries, and it got to the point where one of my friends was like, even though I'm not loving the game, I want to control who wins. So we did get those rivalries going, and the cards do bring that out. So if you're looking for a good take that game, the game is very well designed in that respect. And even that happened a little bit with us when we were playing the 2-player version. But there were some aspects of the game mechanics that we found frustrating. It was like skipping another turn, even sometimes it was all of the players' turns and then having to draw a card. It felt like it was very difficult to chain a lot of cards together, as you have to play a card and be able, not play, in the rules it says discard, you have to do everything that is set on that card or you can't play it. And sometimes in the 2-player game you actually couldn't follow the rules, meaning those cards just had to be discarded. And it is a little frustrating having to essentially either pick up a card and then play a card that's like discard 2 cards or discard 3 cards to win. It makes some of the bigger cards, the ones that are more powerful, which are the rainbow cards, they feel a little weak because you might be getting rid of everything, but you're sort of losing your hand, you're planning your strategy. Sure enough, if you get a lucky draw, which would be discard 3 cards and that card that you want to play, or you might be on the verge of going out, but it is a little bit weak in that respect.
I think I'd be interested in, not that we can wait that long to review, but I'd be interested to play this in a setting, maybe with my friends or some of your friends as well. I mean, I'm thinking Mel and Dan. Is specifically, that might be this kind of game that it might be fun to play, and it might have a completely different dynamic, kind of like Cards Against Humanity, but asshole version.
Yeah, exactly, and that's where I think the game succeeds, is that it pulls all of the elements out. If you're looking for something different than Cards Against Humanity. Now, Cards Against Humanity, as you know, when you're playing with a lot of people as a party game, it can take a long time. Now, the cheeky and the little bit twisted nature of GFY does have that sort of Cards Against Humanity aspect of it, but it's more of playing a game like Asshole. So that I do actually enjoy, and I think that it will work very well in the right setting. But it's just not a game that I can say for everyone. This is not a gamer's game. This is very much a party game. And while I do enjoy a lot of the mechanics, some of the cards just felt a little too weak to me, and that is my biggest disappointment with the game. But if you want to just keep going around in a circle, take that at each other, the fact that it can be so difficult to go out breeds that rivalry, and in the right setting can definitely be a lot of fun, get a lot of trash talk and banter going. I mean, even with my friends that didn't love the game, the trash talk and the banter was going, and that I think is one of the biggest, I think that's what the game is actually trying to bring out, more so than getting you to win the game. I don't know if that's what you feel as well.
Yeah, no, I agree. And so for us, that wasn't really relevant for what we're going for a game. That's why I said
as a 2-player game, yeah.
That's right. So that's why I said I'd be nice to see in a party atmosphere. I'm ready to give it my rating.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
So I'm going to give it my rating because we haven't rehearsed this, obviously. This is unfortunately a 5 for me. I honestly, maybe it's just not for me, and I can see its place, but I have other things that I would rather play than play this. I get the point. I didn't love playing it.
Yeah, and I got to give the game if the mechanics were a little bit stronger in terms of some of the powers, I really wish it was skip all the other players' turn and don't draw a card, or it should say skip all other players' turn, but you can't win by not having to draw a card, something like that. I would give the game a little bit more of a higher rating because I got why they want you to draw a card, so you can't just go like skip, win, which is an element of games like Uno and the aforementioned Asshole. But I'm going to give it a 6 because I enjoyed the trash talk. I had a different experience. You played only 2 players. I played 4 players. So I think it's definitely a 6. If the mechanics were a little bit more refined, with a little bit more powerful cards, or a little bit more ability to combo our cards together, it probably would have gone up to like a 7, 7.5 for me. But it is a fun party game. And this is the kind of thing, if you're in college, if you are out of college and you're in your 20s and you're looking for something to play at the bar, or when you're drinking before you're going to the bar, this is the game that's perfect for that setting. You're gonna have a lot of fun with it. You can play it well with a sports game in the background. It is a great, I'm trying to think, I don't want to say like a time passer, but it's a great way to interact with your buddies and, do that on top of something else that you're doing. There you go. Sorry, that took me a little bit longer to get out. And with that being said, on Dice and Dragons, and something that's very appropriate for this video is we're going to end by grabbing our drinks. Grabbing our best friends, or are we enemies now? Or
No, we're not enemies.
Okay. And keep playing games.
And don't forget, if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe, leave your comments, let us know, and check out the other links.
Yeah, they're floating above our heads. I did let that one slip. Nice catch, love.